All right, we're on. We're live.
How's it going there, guys? Here's our Fight Card live on a Sunday afternoon here for talking about Ruthless on March 16th. We have our special guest. Like I said, the fighters are going to be on the card for March 16th at Ruthless. At Joe's Live in Rosemont is Mr. Angelo Walsh as well as Jose Lazo. And we're hoping to have also Sean Lau on as well, too. How's it going there, guys?
Good. How you doing?
Everything's good, Brian. What's going on, brother?
Oh man, excited, brother! Finally getting this thing working on out as well too. But wanted to go ahead and talk about the card that's coming on up. Angelo, you will be facing it off with Jose coming up in this in the March 16th card. I just wanted to go. Before we go into a little more details, the guys, your matchup as well too. I wanted to talk a little bit more about, just so the fans know exactly where you're coming from, your background, the city that you came from, training that you're coming up with, that we grew up doing, and the current gym that you're at and your coach right now. Jose, let's start off with you first, man. So your background, where you're from, and stuff a little too.
Well, I'm born and raised here in Chicago, Humboldt Park to be exact, Logan Square. Grew up here my whole life. I'm Cuban. I've been fighting for a little while now. Actually, I had took a little long absence because I had some issues going on with my life. But I'm back and I'm ready and I'm good to go, ready to fight, ready to keep fighting. And currently I'm at Team No Comment. I was originally fighting at featherweight, but I feel that I could be a lot faster and more explosive at bantamweight, so I thought I'd give that a try.
All right, cool. And Ange, your story, your background?
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I started a few years ago. 2013 was my first fight. It was Team Top Notch out in Addison. I did about 4 Muay Thai fights, won all of them except one draw. And from there, after the transition from the burbs to the city, I'm training at Second City with Herc. You're real familiar with them, Brian. So we're in Elmwood Park right now. It's been ever since I transitioned for Herc, it's been nothing but winning and better focus on more individual training instead of group training. So I mean, at this point, it's just time to win. Jose, I seen his fight. I mean, he's got one loss. He's a beginner guy, so you can't judge him by his one loss. Obviously, he's a game opponent. But as far as experience goes and things of that nature, I feel like myself, I got things to work on, but in the beginning, it's going to take a lot more than what his last performance was.
So background-wise, though, guys, like both the guys, again, I said, are just started off a couple of years ago, whatnot as well too. But before that, anything as a kid in your teenage years? I mean, did you guys start off anywhere else, Jose?
Actually, Brian, I started off at your gym when it was the Karate Academy.
Good plug. Thanks for the plug there, buddy. Go ahead.
No problem. But yeah, I actually started off there when I was 17.
Really?
Yeah, when I was 17, I believe. I'm 24 now. So it's been quite. Yeah, I know it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that right there, that's the gym where I really found the love of the sport. Just mainly because of the training there and just I got a feel for it. And I thought, wow, like, okay, so I keep training, maybe I can get better and better, and hopefully become pro. So that's what I'm kind of going for. And as for that fight, as for my recent fight, most people don't know this, but I was like straight off the couch with that fight. Like, I'm no bullshit, dude. I woke up one day like, man, like I need to get back in it. I need to get back into the fight game. So I had a contact Nilo about it because I had seen the flyer and I was like, man, I want to get in it. And then literally like couple days later, he told me, hey, there's the cards in 2 weeks. Do you want to be on it? I was like, oh shit. Yeah, sure. So right when he told me that, I immediately like just got up and just started instantly training. Just straight killed myself those 2 weeks just so I could survive the fight.
Went three rounds off a short notice. I give you that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, before top notch prior before Second City. What about you? Teenage years and so too?
I played football all through high school. I wrestled for like 3 days. Just wasn't into it. Besides that, I just been competing all my life, man. I played soccer, and I played badminton. I played tennis. I played almost every sport you name. So I've always just been athletic.
Gotcha.
Just troubled youth, man. You get into fights, you get into scraps, and things like that. That's really where my fight experience came from. It didn't really come from a ring or a cage or boxing or any of that. Having siblings that want to rough you up and things like that.
Right.
So, just been athletic all my life, all 4 years of football and, soccer as well. So I just love to compete, man. If it wasn't fighting, it might be like trying to play soccer somewhere in a league. I love that. And, whatever. I'm just always down to sprint. I do 5Ks, 3Ks all the time. So, it's just athletic background for me.
Awesome. Sean, want to welcome you to the show, man. I know you're just getting in there right now, but we're talking about background, just on everyone's background, where they grew up at, where they came up at, any type of sports that you played as a kid, and then martial arts background, boxing background beforehand, and then moving forward to your current gym and your current coaches now.
Okay, sounds good.
So your background, go ahead. Where did you grow up at, and then the training when you were younger?
So I actually didn't start much at athletic sports until high school. I got to high school, and I went to Loyola Academy. I wrestled for 2 years there. Once I stopped wrestling, I needed to find something else. I got the competitive edge again, so that's when I started MMA. I started just a place. I live here in Norwood Park, and there was a place down the street from me, and it was just a very small gym. One trainer, 4 students. That's where I started for first year, and then that's when I got to Victory Martial Arts, and that's where I am now. I've been there for this is my 6th year with Victory now, so it's been a while.
Nice. Gotcha. So my question, like I said, is, and I know that, Ange and Jose, you guys are fighting at 135 pounds. Sean, your fight is up at 125 pounds.
Correct.
Why fighting? Let's go back to Ange. I love your answer again. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand that it's not so much that people come from a privileged background, but they come from a hard background and find a different outlet to go ahead and let that on out. So why fighting for you guys? Like Jose, why fighting? You can do anything else. Why fight?
Honestly, for me, it's like my drug. I've always liked the brutal, violent sports. I played a lot of football growing up. When I was growing up, I had 2 older brothers, and we had gloves. We always, throw down in our rooms, in the backyard, whatever the case may be. So, I don't know. I guess to answer your question, just the adrenaline rush for it, the feel of being able to dominate your opponent in such a way, and it's just it's kind of hard for people to understand unless you're in the cage and actually doing it. But it's just the adrenaline rush, man. I love it. I just love it.
Nice.
Part of me.
Ange,
what about you? I feel like fighting catapults you to like a different level of like a superhuman. People who don't train versus people who train to fight are just completely different levels of competitiveness, of health, and things like that. So I feel like every time I train, I'm raising the bar. I'm getting cutting down time on the miles I'm running. I'm getting stronger with different techniques that I do. My kicks get better. I feel like essentially like Dragon Ball Z, you get to like a super saiyan level. Then you get to fight. You get obviously compensated for it through whatever type of way you do. And more importantly, to go to the next level, the goal, I guess, for me, I'm not saying for every fighter, is to go professional. So right now it's just to get as much experience as possible and do something I love. I look at it as like an art. When people say, oh, right, you're a fighter, you fight, I don't think about like, oh, it's a gruesome bloodbath. I think of it like an art, and, it's like my canvas. And so fighting is a way to express myself and, to put on a show and entertain,
And Ange, you just said recently, earlier that, it was a rough background. Again, like I said, coming on up at level 2, you're always kind of just defending yourself and always had to fight and fight and fight. Now same thing. You work for a law firm now, correct? Am I wrong?
Correct,
Or,
yes. Yeah, upright
yeah,
law firm. Mhm.
yeah. I mean, dude, you're a suited up shirt and tie guy,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, to even have to go into the cage. I mean, like it's kind of crazy, and I've always been a fan of that as well too. In the
Mhm.
fact that the MMA guys, you guys are all smart guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be smart in this game and to know all the different aspects for MMA and stuff too. The ground game, the grappling
Correct.
game, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing. I mean, that's all that aspects that's kind of put together. So I mean, again, that's the big thing. What do you say to someone who says someone at the law firm or some professional level that is say, why, dude, you seriously you're gonna go in there and fight?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always shocking, when you first present that to someone, they just, you fight like you fight. Like it's something that's hard for them to comprehend. But I explained it to them and how I grew up, and it's not like I need to fight or I have to. It's just I have a passion for it. When you're
Awesome.
obsessed with something, and then you think about it, you dream about it, then think about the fight, and your heart starts beating, and you focus on head movement, and you're talking to yourself, and all these things about the sport I love because it kind of makes you better as a person. It's like you break off the shell, or like you cocoon out of a butterfly into this beautiful thing, and that's what I feel like every camp leading up to first day, the third week, to the second month, to the weigh-ins, the fight day. It's just like you break out of that shell and you become better as a person. So
Very cool.
it's a mental thing, but I feel like it makes me stronger. I love it, and more importantly, you get to entertain people, and
Yeah.
you get to grow as a man as well.
Sean, what about you, man? Why fighting at this point right now? I know that you're coach, as well too, and you have your fighters
Yeah.
that are underneath you. But I mean, I'm pretty sure you get that itch, and you got that itch, and that's why we're at this point coming up on March 16th. What's your whole point?
For me, yeah, I fought once just 3.5 years ago, and then I started getting involved with the teaching stuff and the coaching stuff. And I was always the kind of guy that wanted to lead by example. So, I got the itch to fight. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Everyone at the gym was like, "When are you going to do it again? When are you going to do it again?" So finally it's like, okay, this is my chance to lead by example. I want to be able to inspire the people under me. That just because I'm coaching and just because I'm telling other people what to do doesn't mean that I can't still go in there myself. So my goal is to have fun with it, to express myself, and to inspire all the people that I teach at the gym.
Awesome. So let's we'll get back as well too. But coming up March 16th, a pretty big fight. Jose and Ange. Again, I said match on off with each other at this point right now. What can we what do you know about each other? Jose, what do you know about Ange? What do you know about Fight Card Entertainment? And what do you know and what can the fans expect from you coming the matchup coming up March 16th? Jose?
Well, for Fight Card, I know like you guys are like the number one amateur promotion around, and you guys always have a good shows, good fights, and that's an honor to fight for you guys. Honestly, what I'd say.
Appreciate that.
About Angelo, personally, I don't know much about him, but I know a little bit of his well, I don't know now. I don't know about his new fight game, but before I've studied a little bit. I've seen his last fights. He's a grinder. He likes to hustle. He's got good cardio, that's for sure. And it's a nonstop fight with him. But for sure, you guys are gonna see fireworks because I'm hustling hard. I'm hustling these last 5 months. I know he has too. So it's a world of hurting for both of us. Honestly, I could say.
Yeah, I think I remember, Jose, when you first got announced as the opponent with Ange, and we were waiting for it as well too. I mean, I'm guessing we're going to see a completely different fighter from the guy that came off the couch and going 2 weeks into the and the guy who's prepared for it now.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, I feel faster, I'm lighter, and I'm health-wise, I feel great. I'm excited. I wanted to be here already, man. I honestly do.
Ange, I know the last time we were on this exact show, Fight Card Live, too.
Yeah.
We wanted you on the card, man. We waited, and finally we got you here, Fight Card Entertainment. Tell us why. Why? I mean, you. I know we were injured the last time, and then it took a while back. Oh, man, it's got to be over. Almost like 8 months now. Why took such a long time, and then came back to a Fight Card Entertainment show. And then to do this fight with Jose, what do you know about Jose and Samuel too?
Yeah, well, just to go in order of operations, obviously I was fighting a few weeks before your scheduled last fight card, so it kind of just didn't pan out with me. It wasn't a smart decision to make, but because it was for the title and I was already in shape, I figured I'd take it. So yeah, leading up to that, obviously I took some time off, not much as far as I've still been training, but not fight training. And I mean, why this card? And man, I love fight card. I mean, I don't know one show that I haven't been to or been a part of that hasn't been just huge. From
Appreciate that.
Stadium to Joe's Bar on Weed Street, so many different venues that I've been to, and it's just been absolutely electric. I mean, from top to bottom, from first fight to last fight, it's always a great time. So for one, I want to put on a show because you're going to get a lot of notoriety, a lot of exposure from being on this card, whether you win or lose. And then also just what to expect from the fight, like Jose said. I mean, we're just going in there to bang. Like I want to finish this fight. I don't want to where I'm at in my experience level. I feel like I don't want to be in the cage for three rounds if I don't have to. So I'll do whatever I can do to finish this fight as soon as possible. Other than that, training has been well. It's almost showtime. There's really not much I can do to change things or fix at this point in time. It's just critiquing things and staying healthy. My weight is on point. I'm about 10 pounds out, with a lot of water in me. I haven't had an issue this camp. I'm healthy. I'm just going in there for fireworks and just trying to give the people what they want. I want, after our fight, whoever wins, for the fans to be on their feet giving us a round of applause. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah. Sean, so your last fight was 3.5 years ago. In comparison to leading up to this fight, you're being ready, and at the same time, the promotion wise, I mean, this is your first Fight Card Entertainment debut with us.
Yeah.
Tell us what was the difference again? I said from that fight promotion wise, and then from this fight coming on up, and then on top of it, you are fighting against David Chavez from No Comment as well too. What do you know about your opponent? And then and what was that? David, yeah, and then you messed me up, Jose. Yeah, we lost. So, Sean, to you, man.
Yeah, I fought for Supreme Promotions 3.5 years ago, and just the comparison is there's no comparison. Fight card, when I dealt with you guys back in October for Aaron and Daniel. As soon as I walked into the Joe's Bar on Rosemont, and I live right by Rosemont. I'm 5 minutes from there right now.
Nice.
And it was just, the place was so unbelievable. Everyone's professional. Nilo's awesome. You're awesome, Brian.
Appreciate that.
The whole setup, the photos, this is just, it's awesome. There's no comparison to what I experienced 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago, we signed for the fight, and then we weighed in, and then I showed up the next day, and that's the only thing that we had with them. They didn't put anything up on Facebook. They weren't promoting much. So this is awesome. This is great.
Appreciate that. Opponent wise, what do you know about David and No Comment, and what can the fans expect from your guys' fight?
Opponent wise, I've seen some of the footage. I believe this is his fourth fight. I watched 2 of his fights. It's fast paced fight. He's on looking for that first win. I'm looking for my first win. So I'm looking to go in there and just put on a show. That's all I'm asking for this fight is a good show.
Awesome. You guys excited, man? I mean, again, I said training's going good. Hopefully, again, like I said, you let me know exactly anything you guys want to go and say to the fans to close on off, Jose.
Just be prepared for war, guys. Be prepared for an awesome show, and we're definitely gonna bring it for you guys for sure.
Ange?
Let's go! Ready.
There it is. There's the answer. I know you've been waiting. I was gonna say you're like laid back on the couch. I was like, who's this guy?
I'm ready to fight, man. I'm ready to fight. Jose, I mean, you've seen lots of my videos. Every fight I watch these videos, and I actually try to like critique it and come out a different way. So obviously you're doing your homework, and that's great. I've watched your fight, and it's only so much watching you could do. At this time, I just want to perform. May the best man win. But I'm looking to finish this fight early. I do not want to do a 3-round fight. My prediction, second round.
Oh, I don't
TKO.
either, brother. I don't either.
Second round TKO. That's my prediction.
Yeah, well, you're not tapping me out, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's TKO. That's a different thing. Submission.
Yeah.
Sean, 125ers, man, one fast pace. What anything you want to go ahead and say about the show and what the fans can expect and to close it on off?
Just to expect a lot of energy. I think the place is just about sold out now. So I know I get fed by the people. I feel that energy, and it makes me want to go even harder. So I'm looking in for a war.
Absolutely, dude. It's gonna be an incredible night, man. No joke. Like I know some people say, oh, and I love it. I hear it all the time. Like when there's postings and stuff, we say the cage side sold out, Silvers is sold out, and then you get people 2 days later be like, seriously, I want to pick up some cage sides. Like, dude, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a sold out night. You guys are putting on a great show. You guys are the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait for your guys' fights again. Like I said, I'll be there. I know that me and Neil will run around all crazy, but we'll definitely go ahead and stop and see those fights as well too, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Stay healthy, man. Please, injury free.
Let's work.
Yes,
Oh yeah, baby, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right.